Fuck, hold on.
Is this all good here, bro? Is this like a...
Yeah, bro. All good, man. All good. All good. Yeah, no, so we've been over there a couple of times with her. She was on Muay Thai Grand Prix, and then she was on Infliction just a couple of months ago. So it's pretty good. And we're going back over at the end of the year. So no, it's cool, bro. It's going real good.
Two big shows, eh? Big Australian shows. That's cool, eh?
Yeah, it is. It's a real choice. Oh, here's Mark.
Yeah.
It's been good, bro. What have you been up to anyway?
Yeah, no, just training, eh? Up in Auckland now, so just training hard out, just training, working, training pretty much. So it's like me and Alex are staying together. He's actually just here, so we're both.
He can jump in as well, bro. Get him in beside you, bro. It'd be awesome to have him there. Yeah, man. Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're both just living and breathing it, eh?
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, how you going, Alex? You all good, bro?
All good. Yeah,
hey, Mark, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Kia ora, team. How are we going up
Hey,
there?
Mark, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, good. A good-looking team up in Auckland, eh?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. I didn't realise you two were living together, eh? So that's fucking real choice, bro.
Yeah. We're just full on, eh? We're both living together, living the Muay Thai dream. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, bro.
Two Muay Thai fighters that are just keen,
Yeah, bro. You used to remind me of like when you go over to Thailand. There's always like some Westerners there that have been living there for quite some time.
Yeah.
Like they speak a little bit of Thai, and they they might have a Thai missus or something like that. That's what you used to remind me of.
Yeah, that's it. We both actually sort of like meet each other in Thailand pretty much. Like we knew of each other, but we weren't really that close. And then we both ended up at Sussy Proper over there. So we just just linked from there, eh?
Oh, how good is that, guys?
That's real good.
Yeah, it worked out really well, eh?
Muay Thai dream.
How far away do you live from the gym and your work stuff?
How far
the gym's only about maybe 4 or 5 kilometers away.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes,
yeah.
And then work's just I work just in the city, so I'm like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from my work.
Yeah. What are you doing up there, bro? Where are you working?
I work for Reese. It's like a plumbing wholesalers.
Oh, nice.
So yes, I work for them. Yeah, I actually got the job through Piers Shields.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. He was working for them. Yeah, so he just referred me through. Because I posted a while back. I just posted that I was moving up here and looking for jobs. And I just sort of wanted anything that would give me good hours so that I could train around it and stuff like that. Because obviously the main intent come up here to improve my training and stuff. And so I'm working there, and it's worked out really well. So
that's good. That's good. Good on Pierce too. That's a good thing about the Muay Thai scene. It's everybody's getting real connected at the moment, eh? And there's a lot of positive things going on. It's good, eh?
Yeah, 100%. It's cool, eh?
Yeah,
so how have you found the training up in Auckland different to back home?
Yeah, it's we do quite a lot more. So obviously living with Alex, we're both up at 5:30, 6 a.m. and going out running and stuff. We're both sort of pushing each other, So it's not if one of us is might just sleep in, it's the other one's nah, we're going out running kind of thing. Hold each other accountable kind of thing. So yeah, in the morning we're pretty much always training, and then in the afternoon it's sort of we start training 4:30, so finish work at 4, straight to training, and then obviously training with Alex, we're both pretty similar level, so it's real competitive. And then there's also so many other training partners too, down in Napier. It was just it's a small city, so you're gonna have you're not gonna have too many training partners there, and that there are a couple good guys, but no one really around my weight and stuff. Whereas at Liga, we've got a good fight team around our weight, and just all different styles and everything, so it's really good. I think it's exactly what I needed.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, how are you finding it, Alex?
Yeah, it's awesome, mate, having someone more experienced than just another person my own weight. And it's just it's awesome because I'll finish my training, and I used to just do pads of Richie, and then I think, I'm just gonna go home now. But now that I've got him, we do reps on the bag, or we do some more sit-ups or pull-ups, and where we just keep adding stuff on that just never ends, really. Kind of get there at 4:30.
So on that question, who can do the most pull-ups out of both you guys?
He can. He's been with Steve Pipe for a lot longer than me. He's good.
Oh, mate, how does it feel? How does it make you feel, Lucas? How does it make you feel?
Oh, it just gives me competition, It makes me want to, it's good. We work with each other, but we also it's competitive, So it brings out the best of us.
Yeah, that's
He,
cool.
he beats me up in sparring though. Yeah, that doesn't get pull-ups.
Yeah, mean.
He on the
mean.
ground going, I can do more pull-ups. And Lucas goes, oh.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
all got our little things, eh? Like
Yeah.
one person's better at this, the other's better at this, so it works out really well.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you still in touch with Andrew and Leanne and that, bro?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, still in touch with them. You know, like when I go back down to the bay, I'll go for a training and stuff, and like so, like I moved up here and I'm with a new team and that, but I still miss them all. You know, like it's like, still miss the boys, and I feel for a lot of them. You know, it's like they're like fighters like Case Needham and that. They're like Daniel Paul and stuff. They're like really high level fighters, but it's just down there you're so like secluded from like getting, you know, like high level sparring and stuff. Like you can, you know, like you can only spar the same person for so long before you're like, you know, everything you do kind of thing. So it's like you sort of just cancel each other out. And so
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah, I miss them all, but it's really
no, that's awesome. I saw them in the weekend. They were they were just the same as they always are, eh? They're cool,
like,
eh?
They've done like exceptional job at like bringing me up to how like the level I've gotten to now, you know, like they're definitely like really good trainers. Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
How
And how do you
with the City Liga? How you got Richie there as well? So you got kind of two gyms in one. How's that kind of work time wise and dynamic wise?
So what do you reckon, mate?
It works good because like Richie teaches 4:30 to 5:30, and then he kind of has us for pads afterwards, like me and Lucas, and then say on like a Wednesday is Liga sparring day, so we just mix in with Liga fighters and spar them. So we kind of like we're a little bit separated, but like we say if a Liga fighter has done their pads and we've done our pads, then we just do some little workout together, and we kind of it's like separated, but we are like we do mix and match, you know. It's like it's best of everything, eh? Like having two gyms and one's actually like really good.
That's really cool.
And how do you find Richie as a coach? Like he seems like a real switched on dude, man. Like he's such a good influence with I think with the young guys with being able to like talk about shit and and you know, like the masculinity side of life and shit like that. And he must be a pretty awesome coach, eh?
Definitely. He puts so much time into like each fighter that he's like, whether they've had one fight or 50 fights, like they puts the same amount of attention into like every fighter, you know, like he really like builds you up, like from top to bottom.
He like really like I noticed like coming in, he doesn't like I was a bit worried, you know, he'd maybe like be like a bit like I don't really want to like don't want Lucas to like, you know, be like I don't agree with this or whatever, but it's like I've said to him kind of thing, like just treat me like a beginner pretty much, you know, like I want to get it's good like that I get everything critiqued and stuff, and he'll come along and it's just like just basics, you know, like that he'll pick things that he'll pick up on that others wouldn't, you know, like and like he'll build on like a certain style, maybe something that I'm not used to doing, and we'll work that, and then like I'll do it in sparring or something, and he'll be like yes, like that. Like he's really good at like breaking things right down, you know, and like real good like attention to detail kind of thing.
How cool is that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey Steve, are you there, man? Like I can see your screen, but I just can't see you, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, eh? It's kind of buzzing me out. I'm here, but I'm not here. I was just gonna say, no one told me that these guys were coming.
Yeah, bro. You know, sometimes I gave you a bit of a warning today. I normally just like spring guests and
these
like
guys.
I'll just like message them during the day and be like, "Fuck, man, are you around?" You know, like, because I wanted to get with this TMT show coming up this weekend with Karp Kun Cup. I've got this 4-man on there, and I thought that 4-man at 62, it might be quite interesting for these boys to discuss, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there we go.
So you want to go through who's
hey, there's the man.
There he is. Hey, look at this guy. It's, you know, he's
what do you want to go through? Who's in the 4-man, and then we'll kick it on, I suppose.
Yeah, well, the 4-man. So 62 kilos glory rules, so it's a bit of a different rule set as well, eh?
Yeah.
And so Isaac, it's just Hula, is that his name? From Rhino Fight Club?
Yeah, Isaac's awesome, eh?
Yeah, so I don't know too much about him. You probably better tell me a bit more about him, as I'd say.
He's the guy who fought Michael Isaacs on short notice, isn't he? The guy from
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alejandro as
good,
well.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not afraid to get in there with the top dogs, you know?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
man. He's like I saw him fighting Master, and that would be maybe 2 years ago, and he was good then. So now he's even better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Has he always trained at Rhino?
I think so. You guys
Yeah.
know more about him than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you boys come across him?
I sort of like I remember seeing him quite a bit like around like 2018 and stuff. I think he won like a New Zealand title and like quite a long time ago, around like 2018. And then he won one just like one or two. I think he's got like 3 belts. Yeah, he won like a couple just recently.
Yeah.
So I was actually meant to. I think I was scheduled to fight him on the Nisa Fury show. Just the one that's on the Cagey Fury. Sorry, yeah, like that's just been it's just gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
sweet.
Yeah.
He's obviously a bit of a banger, though. Eh? Probably those Rhino guys seem to be pretty aggressive with their hands, eh?
Yeah, real muscly guy, eh? Like just short enough.
Muscles on his muscles, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinny Stowe from TMAA. So I don't know much about him either. I've heard the name, but I can't recall any of his fights. Any of you fellas know much about him?
I've never heard him.
Neither am I. So he must be might be kind of newer on the scene or something, eh? Scooter from Oliver MMA. I've seen him bang out a few fights, eh?
I love his style, eh? I love his striking style for MMA.
Yeah.
And I think it translates really well. I've seen him fight Think in Muay Thai once in a while. He's very his striking is elite. I really enjoy watching him fight.
Yeah. And then of course, man, Corey Dunn from CKB. He'd have to be the kind of favorite, wouldn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good four, man. I mean, look at those names. I mean, Isaac is, man, he's tough.
Yeah.
And you can't count anyone out in the format either, eh? Like,
fuck no, it doesn't take much.
The rules are a little bit different. As in, you normally got, I think, 5 or 6 seconds of knee action as long as it's constant.
Yeah.
And only in the middle, and there's no swinging clinch or anything. So it's a little bit different to K1. So it's going to be a little bit of a different rule set.
Yeah, it'll be pretty fucking cool though. I think, hey, just having that slight difference, eh?
I think so. So it's always good to do something different, you know. I pity the poor ref because it's a real hard rule set to do. I mean, K1's difficult, you know. People do one knee, let go, grab one knee. But with Glory, you're going to be there counting to like 6, and then you stop at 6 from memory, or it's 5 seconds, one of the two, and then if there's no action, you stop sooner. So you're like going you know, the great thing is you just let it go.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon Corey's been looking pretty sharp though, eh? Like fuck, he's had some good fights.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's a sharp fighter.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a bad luck though, you know. Like when he fought on King in the Ring, like he was so sick. He only just recovered like a week out, and then so it will be cool to see him fight when he's not super sick, you know. It just seems to be like, but because he had like proper like pneumonia and everything, like it was like terrible. And then like this time, like because I think him and Nikoro, they both were like in and out of hospital, but Nikoro got it at the start of the camp, and then Corey got it like right before the fight. So it was like it was really bad, man. You know, it was terrible. So this time he did get sick as well, but it was like further away from the fight, and then he's like recovered, and then it hasn't deteriorated him at all, and like he's come back and he's looking really sharp. So it's cool, man.
Yeah, it'd be cool. He's got a fucking pretty high output, eh? He's pretty solid.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
What do you boys reckon about the 62 weight range at the moment? Like, fuck, it's just like the last year, it's just sort of come like really, really on, like had Nick Horder and then Dominic Reed and all those guys, and now you boys sort of coming into it as well, like you're sort of like the next generation that's stepping up into King in the Ring and stuff like that. And then underneath you, there's like some kids that are like 17, 18 that are really starting to make some noise in that weight range as well. How do you guys feel about what's going on there?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely like it's strong, like there's obviously I think it's cool that say like just pretty much the three young guns like me, Alex, and Alejandro, like we're sort of like all around the same age, and we're all like sort of like pretty much just below like Nicola and Dominic in that. We're sort of like the next one's coming through, so I feel like it's like exciting times, I feel like in the next couple of years we will like it'll sort of be our time to step up kind of thing,
Yeah.
There's going to be one of you guys is going to sort of step up to where Nick Order's been so strong for so long, eh?
Yeah. And
I think that's exciting because we've seen you guys come through as like juniors and like then teenagers and stuff, and always been really strong and names that we've heard banged around for a long time. And to now see you guys right on the brink of that, like after seeing you grow to be right at on the verge of being right on the very top, I think it's fucking real exciting, eh? I think it's probably the most exciting weight range in the country.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I'm team 62 / light welterweight because I know Alex moved up to light welterweight, but I'm like, man, I'm the biggest fan of that weight class, in New Zealand at the moment. I just think it's like the most like hotly contested. It's just even historically, like if you look back to when like it was Kane Conlon, Sam Hill, Sonny Benati, Pumapi, Alexi, like bro, Joey Balon, Ra Redden, bro, there was some mean 62s before. And it's like 20, 30 fights. 20-30 fight veterans going into King of the Ring. That was just a golden time, and it's just maintained that level of
I reckon skill. The time in sport that it reminds me of at the moment is that 62 weight range reminds me of fucking when the UFC was really massive in the fucking welterweight range just before GSP got real dominant, and there's like Dan Hardy and all those guys and welterweight, and it was just fucking really dynamite. It was right when the UFC started taking off in New Zealand. It kind of reminds me of that kind of excitement around that weight class. I think it's pretty cool.
I just got a question to ask Alex real quick. Alex, did you get a fight, bro?
Nah, so
man.
I asked, and then the guy is not keen to fight anymore, pretty much. So I'm fighting on the weekend.
Bro, savage.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I hear that.
I won't get into details.
That's why
save it for Friday, bro. Save it for Friday.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Lucas.
Would make Friday a therapy session.
you just come and cry on Uncle Steve's shoulder. Yeah. Hey, Lucas. Reed Miller's just defended his title at 62. And he's been banging around with some really good fights. Obviously, him and Cody Cioni have had a pretty good banger this year, and he's had some pretty good year. I watched his last fight. It was pretty good fight. At the end of the fight, he came out and he said, "Look, I'd really like the opportunity to be able to fight like yous two boys and LA." And I know we've had him on the show a couple of times, or once at least, and I know he's just like full of respect for you boys, and that's his thing with the way he wants to fight you. He's just like, I see these guys as the best. They just seem like real nice guys, and I thought that was a pretty cool way of sort of saying, yeah, I really want the opportunity to fight you boys, because I think he sees it as he's got to hang with you guys to be at the top. He wants to fight Muay Thai. Obviously, he's off to Thailand, I think, for 3 months or something. And I know that as soon as that post, when I put that up, like my phone started fucking just going up. Yeah, we'll set this up. We'll put that fight on. We'll put this fight on. I was like, bro, he's away for 3 months, and but I think that
Lucas got so excited.
Yeah,
I
was like, yeah, I knew you.
He's like, what? Someone's calling me out.
I was
I'm struggling to get fights, and I'm getting called out. Oh my god!
yeah. Pretty much. I was sort of like when I saw that come out, I was obviously like all respect to Reed, and it's like it's cool that he's like kind of coming up, like he's wanting to fight us. As I feel like a lot of fighters will try and like duck and weave and protect their records. I feel like it's cool that he wants to fight us, and like at full time, like he's a Muay Thai fighter, we're a Muay Thai fighter. You know, like I feel like it's so hard to get people that want to fight Muay Thai nowadays. You know.
It's pretty choice, eh? And like I messaged you earlier about it, and you're like, "Fuck, man, we've been talking to each other, and it's all good and that." And I was like, "That's fucking That's cool.
Not like UFC kind of like all out, and then I'm like, no, we want to fight. Let's make it happen, you know."
Yeah, that's it. And that's the cool thing I think about you young fellas like coming through at the moment is that you've all got this kind of mutual admiration for each other, and there doesn't seem to be any like ego or bullshit, and I think that's a real positive from all of you. So that's pretty well done. Hey Mark, tell us about what went on at Rumble in the weekend.
Yeah, actually, should we talk about the what? There's one more fight I think we should talk about the TMT show first.
Oh yeah.
The Travis versus, and I always pronounce his name wrong. Halen.
Yeah.
That's a fight and a half, man.
Matchup of like 2 styles.
I mean, that's going to be so convenient. I know it's not full Thai. I think it's might be. Is it Mod Thai?
Yeah, I heard it was Mod Thai.
Yeah. But that fight's going to be sick. How do you guys see that going? You Auckland boys, come on.
I'm not too sure. I'd have to back up my boy Halem and say that I feel like he has the right kind of power and the right kind of angles and dexterity to offset someone like Travis that likes to kind of come forward and just march someone down. So
and knees in this fight game as well. So
what's Travis's last name?
Schwartzman.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's phenomenal, man.
That's
legit.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Chris's boy. I was actually I was hanging out with Chris. We had breakfast on Saturday up in Taupo when we were up there visiting Dave, and he said Travis is looking pretty sharp. I think he went all right over in the Worlds, and I think Chris said he's been training pretty hard. So be good to see him sort of back in it because he sort of stepped away for a wee while, eh? And
he was going to fight Robbie, and then he just like didn't fight him, and then he took a break off from fighting.
Final.
But now he's coming back at a heavier weight, right? Because Helium's a bit heavier, eh?
Well, he's going to be in that 8-man we were looking at doing at 62, and it just didn't happen, So he used to be at 62, then 64.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't he? So.
What weight's this fight at? What weight's this fight at?
70, I think.
Yeah, it'll be like 70, like low 70s.
Yeah.
That's a big like weight jump up for him. So that'll be interesting.
Big, though. If you look at him now, like he's gotten bigger.
Yeah, he's always been tall.
Yeah.
Tall, right? He's pulled out of it.
Yeah. So I think he's fully sick, eh?
Yeah.
No, what do you
boys think about a potential meeting like Rob Horrocks somewhere?
I'm like sort of like it's obviously crossed my mind, Like I feel like Rob's he's like it will be a big step up in like power wise and that kind of thing, just because he's got that like man strength and stuff, Like I feel like I think he's quite a lot. I don't know what he fights at now, but I saw like he fought in Thailand at like 68 and stuff. So he's definitely big, but I think it will definitely happen sooner rather than later, kind of thing.
Yeah, good fight, man. Solid.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Yeah, because I think he won King in the Ring at 68, and then he Apex he was 63 and a half, I think, So so it could be interesting, like depending on like obviously size difference possibly, and like you say, he's fucking strong. But I think as far as Muay Thai and kickboxing rules goes, I think that'd be like someone in your group of young fellas is probably going to be start looking at that,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think him and like Dominic Reed too, because obviously Dominic beat him. So
yeah.
Other one, and he's quite a lot lighter as well. Like he can fight down to like 60 and stuff. So I feel like those two are still
Dom's gone up. Dom's fighting Tao. What's his name? Tao's him up, the MMA fighter from CK. He's
MMA
Arsenal at I think 65 from memory. So it's the Arsenal rules. It's one from memory. This Arsenal rules is MMA gloves, 1 round K1, one round Muay Thai, 1 round MMA.
Wow! Yeah. Holy smokes, that's gonna be such a good fight.
That's gonna be
man! But like that's one of those fights where it's like, can Dom knock out Aaron early on in the fight? Which is really hard because I know from what everyone's told me he's got a really like granite chin, and then like he's just like relentless forward pressure, and then you watch a lot of his fights, he just kind of walks his opponent down, and then like all the boys at CKB have told me he's super strong. Like once he grabs you, it's really hard to get loose.
He's also a good striker as well, so it's not as if he's just a grappler.
He's got great striking. He's got good striking. Like he has the ability to but his game plan, right? Like because you can have good striking, but then like you haven't dedicated your entire career to just striking at an elite level like Dom, right? So
but then it's an MMA gloves. So it changes it again.
Oh fuck, man! Yeah. Dominic Reed and MMA gloves could be pretty wild,
Well, it makes Dom's hits even harder.
It means obviously like you got to be a bit more accurate with the strikes, but there's less padding. So I think it's going to be a wonderful fight.
It's going to be an insanely good fight. I just saw the last video that Aaron just posted, and he just walked this dude down, pinned him down, and just ground and pounded him, and then like that was it. It was like the other guy was pretty good too. Like you could see he was a high level striker, and he just pinned him down and just boom, boom, and then just made it look easy.
That is cool to watch. A cracker fight, quite frankly.
Hey, bro, so
it's been insane.
Tell me about Rumble, man. Tell me what happened down there.
Rumble has some really cool fights, so we'll only talk about a few of them.
I saw the one with Tara and Chloe. I saw the live stream of that. That was actually a pretty fucking cool fight.
Yeah, that was a really good fight, actually. Yeah,
I was glad for Tara. She just had a real fucking bad loss to Meg Barlow. On your show, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
She got those 8 counts put on her. She's fucking kept on going like a trooper, though, didn't she?
Oh, mate, she was tough as, And Chloe's a really good fighter as well. So that was a really, really good fight. They had what was the other fight I wanted to talk about? So probably fight of the night will be Emma Nesbitt and Nat Thrills Hills. That was like watching fight on speed. They're both 52 kilos, and I mean everyone knows how good Emma is, and she was fast, and Nat was just as fast, but way more aggressive than Emma, and Emma's hyper aggressive. So that fight was just like it was like 20 fights worth of action in 1 minute type thing. It was fantastic.
Those Nesbitt girls are fucking something else, man. They're good fighters,
talented, They're talented. So the Aussie came away with the win, but that was fantastic. Jono and Corin. Wow. First round. This was a new Corin. This Corin was clinical, working both stance. He doesn't rush. It was just like it was like if you watch this, you're like, I've never seen Corin fight before, because this is something completely different. And he just controlled the tempo and the distance. Jono was throwing stuff, but Corin's plan was just to keep faking at the head and shutting down the body with hard punches or hard knees, and that's what he did in round one. But he was very elusive and very hard to hit. In round two, he changed the game plan a little bit. Instead of being feinting and striking, he tried to feint a bit more, which still worked for him. Then in round three, he got some 8 counts and finished with a body shot. It was just
he finished with a body shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was a knee or a hook.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
he hit him with he hit him with a knee. I think it's sort of something weakened him anyway, because you see him sort of stumble a little bit, and then he just like starts going full on, like going for the body sort of on the ropes and just like hitting and like doubling up and going left and right.
It
was and then eventually just got him, eh?
Yeah, but I do think that fight was ridiculously exciting. Like, one of my favorite things about watching Jono fight is he's an incredibly exciting fighter. You know, you always know when you go see a fight, he's going to bring it. And you'd actually know when Corin fights are going to bring it. So you knew that fight was going to be phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. No matter
John does, like that performance he had with Diego. I know that he didn't go the way he wanted it to go, but fuck, man, he just throws shit up all over the show. Even Diego was saying he was like, fucking, just don't know what's coming at you. Eh?
I like how both guys were so respectful. Like, it was quite nice, like quite refreshing from Jono. Just for him to be so respectful. Like, he made that really like lengthy post about it and stuff, and like, you know, he was just like really respectful towards like Corin's evolution as a fighter, and like, you know, it was just cool, man. It was nice to see.
It's probably a great phrase for his evolution as a fighter. Like this, when the videos come out, it's definitely worth watching, because you watch them and go like, damn, this is a huge difference, you know?
Yeah. And you see that with John a lot too, eh? Like, you watch his early fights from years ago, you know, you watch him and he come through and he was just super aggressive and just putting on dynamite performances, and you can see how much he's growing even to get to
it.
So was Corin's last fight against Diddy Jr. from CKB?
I think it might. You say Izzy Jr.?
No, Diddy Jr.
Diddy,
sorry.
yeah. Well, no, I can see it, because like every time I see Diddy, like, you remind me of him.
Not Izzy Jr.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That was I mean, like that fight. I can remember after the fight, like just seeing the level of like thought that was going through Corin's head, and then you know, I remember having like a little bit of a chat with him about it, and I think that was a really big like learning experience for him, you know, because like Diddy was just really good with his range, and like it was a close fight, you know, but it just kind of slipped away from him because of that.
The round, Diddy just to the round.
Yeah,
that was
that's right.
Great fight.
Corin looked really strong too, eh? Like, fuck, man, he's a strong looking dude, eh? Like, real good shape. His arms are like fucking.
He's a unit, mate. He's
cannons, man. Yeah.
Awesome.
The other match of the night was Toss versus Allen.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Oh, mate, that fight was phenomenal. So Allen looked out of his skin, really good, throwing beautiful straight punches. And the first couple of rounds, Allen looked like he's on top. Yeah. And the thing about Toss's speed is fast if you're 62 kilos. Yeah. But I still can't understand how he can move that fast at 82 kilos. It just makes no sense to me. Yeah. You know, sometimes you watch it and it's almost in blurry motion type thing. You know, he's probably one of the fastest fighters in New Zealand. And then I think it was round 3, he threw a left kick to the body that caught Allen and dropped him. And then the tie started turning a little bit, and then Allen got back up, did really well. And then I think in either round 4 or 5, I think it was round 5, Allen was coming back strong again. So it was a real neck and neck fight. It was one of those ones that go, I think Allen may have been slightly up. And then Toss caught him again with another body kick, and it was just and he got up, but it was like, they were hard body shots as well. You know, that they were a little bit hard to see from the angle you're at, but like you saw the way Allen dropped straight away, and you go like, oh man, that's got to hurt. But that fight was electric, absolutely. You know, I'd say that fight or the Emma versus Nat Hills, the Aussie. I think that would have been my fight tonight, one of those two, just because it went the whole distance. It was like one of those. There's lots of
Toss beat what's that guy's name? The one that won King of the Ring. Like just lost King of the Ring. Sorry,
Iggy.
Yeah. Toss beat Iggy. Yeah.
It was a very close decision.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a great fight.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone differently in terms of the decision, but I mean, the fight itself was phenomenal. It was one of the fights of the year.
Right.
Down here, anyways, no doubt. But it was a great fight, you know.
Oh wait, so Toss got the decision, but you felt like it could have gone toward Iggy.
Yeah, I would have given it to Iggy, to be honest.
Okay.
But like, I mean, it was one of those fights that was just phenomenal. They were just leaving everything out there. And Toss's last fight was against Jake Malwit. I can't remember his last name, from Rotorua, and he lost on points, but that was a good hard fight. I'm supposed to fight in the TMT 4-man, because there's 2 TMT 4-mans. There's 62 and there's 74. But Jake, I mean, so that was even more impressive. With Jake normally fights at 72 to 74 kilos and fought Toss at 80 odd or 82.
Shit.
And won. I mean, like, he's called the Angry Redhead, mainly because he's angry.
Yeah, he's fucking those Rotorua boys are pretty tough, eh? Like, you guys would have fought them a few times, eh? Like Wayne's boys, they come in pretty hot, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're tough, eh? Breed them tough.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's hey, what? So, how did you find King in the Ring?
Both of us.
Both of you, yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was like really, definitely like an awesome experience. Hey, like, you know, like, firstly, just the fighting on such a big promotion and getting like the exposure and that, like, everyone being able to watch it on TV for free and stuff. It was like it was really good to get my name out there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I didn't win the final, but it was still like, I still feel like I sort of made a name for myself, kind of thing. Like, let people know who I am, and so it was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's tough as well, you know, like 3 fights in one night. I feel like mentally it's so like one fight is hard enough, but when you're like thinking, like, going into it, you can't think like, oh, I'm having 3 fights. You can only think about the fight ahead of you, but at the same time, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna go on and like stupidly like smash their leg and get kicked the whole time, and then you end up like, you know, just taking unnecessary damage, kind of thing. So it's like you need that fine line of like getting through the fight, but then not saving yourself too much and then losing.
Yeah.
Really, definitely a crazy thing at 8-man. You know, it's definitely not easy. No, it's good fun.
Yeah. It was just pretty fucking. It was pretty wild, man. It was pretty wild.
It was crazy. I remember, like, just I was warming up out the back to fight Pong. I think like it was Alejandro and knee quarter. It was like pretty like, you know, you couldn't hear much or whatever. Then just out of nowhere, like however long, like 10 seconds until the first round or whatever, the crowd just went crazy. Like, I just stood there warming up, like, oh my god, what is happening? Because you know you could be fighting the next person, you know, so you want to be watching what's happening, but at the same time you want to be focusing on your next fight. You're like, what's happening? Then you're like, oh, I need to focus on my fight. And it's just the whole thing. It's like it's really cool, eh? And like the whole setup King of the Ring has done is like it's awesome, you know. Like it's next level production in that. It's
it'd be cool being around Jason and that too, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like really nice people in there.
Yeah.
It was so funny when Lucas came out for the finals to fight Nikota, because like at that time I wasn't training him or anything, and then so obviously I was cheering for Nikota, but then Alex has this friend called Shahir, and he's like Team Lucas so hard, man. It's just trolling me the whole night. Like, what? He goes, watch this, bro. Lucas is gonna stop Pong. Watch this, bro. He's gonna stop him. He's going into the finals so fresh, bro. So fresh, like that. And it's just, and then when he came out, he goes, "Go, Lucas!" I'm like, "Fuck you, bro." Bro, it's giving me like almost like heart failure, man. But no, like that was such a mean night, man. So cool.
Yeah. Man. How did you find the like walking into the final, bro? Like, would have been your first time walking in on it, and then like obviously seeing Nick Order on the other side, who's fucking, like done it once or twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It was almost like the fairy tale ending, apart from my loss. But like, I was always like, I wanted to rematch Nicola kind of thing. So I was like, I want to like Nicola's the guy. Like, I just wanted to make sure he didn't win. I was like, one of us young guys has to win it, and like, be the new king of the ring. But so like when I got him in the final, I was like I worked it out. I was like, all right, if we meet, it's gonna be in the final kind of thing, So yeah, like when we met in the final, I was just like so pumped, I'd win my fight and then go back, and I'm like, people are like, oh, congrats, bro. Now I'm like, don't tell me congratulations or anything. Like I've got to focus on my next fight, Like you got to focus on what's ahead of you. You can't be like, oh yeah, I did so well or whatever. You got to you're straight from one fight to the next. It was such a cool feeling, like just walking out and having like all the boys from Napier came up and like got a table and stuff. So it was a real like surreal feeling, man. I did it for so long. So
Alex, obviously your experience was a bit different. Talk about how your time went and how you processed that and everything else.
It was, to be honest, it was a really hard time because I had like preparing for that King of the Ring. I had I prepared like I was gonna fight 8 fights. Like I knew coming into King of the Ring that like the only way I was gonna win this tournament was if I just like leveled up 3 times, because I was up against people like him with 50 fights and Nikor and Alejandro's of the world, and I just knew I put a lot of pressure on myself to okay, you're going into this, you're going into win, you're not going into make up a number or something like that. So going into it, I trained 3 times harder than I've ever trained for any fights. I was probably pushing it a little bit too much, to be honest, at times, but it was a new experience because I've never been, up until then, I'd had 15 or 14 or 15 fights and I've never been dropped, I've never been knocked out, I've never been anything close to really having a fight in like that. So I mean it was a hard pill to swallow at the time, but now looking back, I feel like it's kind of not what I needed, but it's almost okay, that's the worst things happened to me now. I've been knocked out in front of my family on live TV. Now you just gotta put that past you and just move forward and kind of just not dwell on the past. It made me hungry for my next fight, and it's going to make me hungry for my next couple of fights. So still
that's
growing.
Cool, bro. That's cool. It's good that you're able to sort of figure that out for yourself, man, because it doesn't matter it's just things happen and shit goes down and that's it. But if you've got the mindset that you've got, which is obviously as a champion, to be able to evaluate it like that at such a young age, man, that's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So if you were to look back at it and change things, you say you might have been training too hard, what do you think you'd do differently if you could jump back in time and change things in terms of your training?
I'm not too sure. I feel I don't know if I would have I overtrained, but I feel I wouldn't have changed that because I feel that gave me going into it before I matched with Alejandro was in the ring. I was pretty confident in myself because I knew the only way you're gonna take me out is if you were to knock me out. I feel I was fit enough to go as many rounds as possible, and I feel I don't know. I wouldn't have changed anything, to be honest. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad that I got to fight someone that's on the rise like that and is a little bit above my level. In there before I got knocked out, I kind of felt that he was on another level to me, but I didn't let that deter me at the time. But I feel it's good that I've been in there with someone now. I'm wow, okay, this is what the highest level is at my weight range, and I'm glad I didn't get an easy fight. Put it that way. I'm just glad I got a hard fight, and okay, this is what it's about at the top level, and now let's work towards that.
Yeah, I do think the 62 kilo King of the Ring has always got the best fighters on it.
Yeah,
and the way I personally rank an 8-man, a King in the Ring, is the total amount of fights of all the competitors.
Yeah.
And I think I calculated something was it eight times? I think it was 290 fights combined between you guys. I think from memory, the previous 8-man has something 60 or 70 fights. So just experience and the more people you have, generally the better fighters. So I was and it's what we had. I think we had 10 of us drive up just to watch the 62 because you guys won it. So
Yeah, it was almost like that kind of buzz there. It's like, damn, we're fighting on it. Like,
we kind of wanted to watch it. Yeah, we're like,
yeah.
Like, we're like, just wanting to know like who wins what fight. And it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm saying like with Alex's loss, like we talked about, you know, like a loss like that, I feel like it either makes you or it breaks you. You know, like it's like it can just add fuel to the fire, and that's what happened to Alex. You know, like he came back and he had a completely different mentality for like his last fight, and he like just got in there and just like dominated kind of thing. You know. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like, you know, you can get knocked out like that, and some people might just be like, oh, maybe this isn't for me or something, you know, and then just sort of drop off. But yeah, I feel like with Alex, like, you know, the dedication and stuff, it just made him just knuckle down and just go, pretty much level up kind of thing. Just fuel to the fire.
I saw the same thing happen with Superbomb, right? Like at pretty much the same time. Like he got devastatingly KO'd. Like he got dropped 3 times, right? And the third time he got put to sleep. Like that was, you know, that's like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, striking platform in the world. And I just remember when he came back in his last fight, and he's just like, I will not let that loss define me. And I just thought that was like so powerful, you know, like it was just so cool. And then obviously he came back and won my knockout. So it's just, that's the high level shit right there, you know.
So where's the big goal for you boys? Like where do you want to end up?
We both sort of like, we love watching the Thai circuit, you know. We're like every day watching the, you know, RWS, One Lumpini, even like, you know, the Rajadamnern Lumpini shows. Like we're watching them all the time. So like, for me, probably like more towards RWS, like Rajadamnern will see, but like, One Lumpini is like, I like what they're doing and stuff, but I'd probably like either of those two I'd be happy with, you know. RWS would like be cool, you know. So it's like good money, and it's still like authentic Muay Thai, like that's where I'd like to go.
Yeah. What about you, Alex? Where are you heading?
Yeah, I'm probably on similar. I like RWSA. I like the fact that it's still original like Muay Thai, authentic, and it's kind of, but it is 3 rounds, so it's exciting. You know, it's not like you haven't got 2 rounds to kind of warm up or something. You kind of ride into it, and I like the fact that they have just constant fights like every month. You know, like it's kind of like a tournament, but they kind of space that over that, so you just got constant fights, and you're constantly fighting like either a top level Thai or a top level foreigner, or it's just that would be the fight on that show.
I really like the concept of those 8-man competitions. How they've got like 2 blocks, but they spread them out over like fight every 6 weeks, like 4 fights, and then the winner of each one fights the main. Pretty good prizes and that, and they don't sort of fuck around either. You know, like they sort of like, you can get a bit of a yellow card or whatever in that as well. So, I think it's pretty choice. But it's just so much more accessible now, like with YouTube and that. Like you can just fucking watch it live at 1 o'clock in the morning if you really want to. You know what I mean? So it's pretty choice. It's good, and I think that'd be a good direction for you guys to get into. So hang out a few names and then try and get some fights like Multi Grand Prix and some of those ones like that, those pathways through to like one and stuff like that. That'd be pretty choice. Be cool.
Yeah, because we're both like Muay Thai, complete like Muay Thai stylists too. You know, like we love like following. Like we'll watch certain Thais and that, and we'll like try out their techniques and stuff. And like we just love fighting the Thai style. You know, But we're not really like we can do kickboxing and stuff, but we prefer Muay Thai. Muay Thai's our go-to. So.
Yeah, that's cool. That's real choice, and I think that there's just the majority of you guys in that weight range are Muay Thai fighters. Like as you've been coming up in Muay Thai anyway, most
definitely.
Muay Thai purists.
That's it.
Did you see your boy Pong Siri, Lucas? He had a fight on the weekend.
No, I didn't see.
Did you watch that fight though? Did you watch it? Did you see Pong Siri's fight?
On the one Friday night. I don't think I saw it.
I don't remember. Who did he fight?
He fought an Iranian guy. He didn't do too well though, unfortunately.
Oh really?
Sorry, bro. I thought you would have watched it. Sorry. My bad. I always fuck around with him and I call him Pong Siri. But you know what's funny, right? Because like if you don't know anything about Muay Thai and you heard that name, you'd be like, oh, that's kind of a cool name. Nice, thanks, bro. You know? And then like Alex goes, oh, that's actually kind of a diss, bro. Like he goes, oh, that's a diss. And Alex just goes, oh, that's a diss. That's a diss. Like
oh man.
Yeah. Man. But you know, he was 2-time Lumpini champion, eh? Like
he's definitely done well. Fighter,
you can see why, eh? He just like doesn't stop going forward. But he just got pieced up too much, man. Like, you know, you know how it is. It's like he took that risk to like just out pressure him and try to like just wear the punches and just you know, smash the body with his kicks and stuff. But then like that guy was just able to keep punching, so you know, he ended up losing the fight.
That's what so many of the guys do now too, because it's like obviously on one Lumpini you get those big bonuses for like exciting fights, you know. So like half of them just walk forward with their hands up, just swinging. Like they're not like a good like femur style. Like they just want to like stand and bang, and just get a bonus. Get the bonus and get knocked out pretty much.
It probably favors more like Muay Mat style fighters, you know.
On that, especially with small gloves, you know, it changes things again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But you know, something that's interesting on that note was seeing when I went to the main one fight night, when I saw Super Leg fight that Russian guy, you know, because they're wearing MMA gloves, it allowed for his elbows to slip through way easier. You know, because gloves, obviously it's a bigger surface area. So if you are actually like good with elbows, man, like it just annihilates because it just slices straight through. Like you can't block it the same way. Like even if you do that, sometimes when you get elbowed, you can still like protect yourself, but like just slips around the side, you know. So it's just like seeing that destruction from Super Leg, like ringside, watching it, I was like, damn, like. Man, those little gloves are not doing this guy anything. You know? And he kept going forward too, you know, like he was just trying to knock him out. You could tell, obviously, like Russian puncher. He just got sliced to pieces.
Hey, Mark. Like obviously, I'm not going to do it, but you can do it. Your show, you've just announced a few of the fights for Capital Punishment 65. There you go.
Huge one. The main event, which is obviously someone you know quite well. So we Caitlin, Tornado Tucker versus Nong Mai from Thailand. So it's really cool because as I was saying to before about the 8-man, I always judge how good an 8-man is by how many fights the total is, and between Nong Mai and Caitlin, I think there's like around about 130 fights total combined, which makes it the most experienced female fight in New Zealand history. So like I mean, you think about that, like two women's combined 130 fights. That's rare anywhere in the world, you know. So
especially when one of them's got 97 of them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Caitlin's looking really, really sharp. So I mean, it's just it's going to be it's 5 threes, full tie. So it's going to be all the bells and whistles. I mean, normally we tend to do 3 threes full tie, which is great. You always get a great fight. It's a bit harder to have the fitness for 5 threes, and it also means it takes a bit longer. But this is going to be an absolute spectacle.
Yeah, I think Caitlin's looking fucking strong, like because it's at 64, so Caitlin walks around at like 65, so she's going to be a tank, and like obviously she's been, you know, under Steve's kind of guidance, pretty fucking full on now for like how long, man? Like a while.
It's a while now, bro. Yeah, it's been a while, even.
Yeah, man, she's a fucking tank, man.
Yeah, she's doing well.
Yeah, we're working on a couple of things for a day, and we come up with this bit of a combo last night that we started putting on pads, and then he started throwing it in sparring last night, and it's fucking really fucking hard to read, eh? It's real dynamite. It's going to be quite a lot of fun, eh? So
I can't wait for that. I think that's definitely going to be like an absolute an absolute slobber knocker, quite frankly.
Yeah.
That's a technical term there, Steve.
Yeah. No, it'd be
like
good.
5-3-2s. I feel like you don't really see much in New Zealand. You don't see many like 5 3-minute round full Thai fights. Like obviously, like Scott would have seen it like Muay Thai Grand Prix and stuff. They do like almost all fights are 5-3s, you know. Whereas like over here, it's like you don't see it very often. It's like 3-3s, K1. So 5-3s is cool.
Yeah, I understand why as well. I mean, I in some ways I said I prefer 3-3s full Thai, just because the fight's a bit shorter.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about 3-3s versus 5-3s with a 2-minute breaks, you can actually get 2 fights of 3-3s in that same amount of time.
Yeah.
You can actually get 3 fights of like 3-2s in there. You know, so sometimes you just run out of time.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
If your show's going to be like about 4 hours long, give or take, 8 fights. You know, if you have all 5-3.
It's not too bad, eh? Like I've had Vendetta where it's had like 4 or 5, like 5-3s and 2 breaks. Because all the AMTA stuff is all 5-3, all the title stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they do take a while, but they're fucking cool, man, because it's just like
100%.
how it sort of how it is originally, which is pretty choice.
I think you just about the time factor. They do take a long time. And especially normally with 5-3s, it take even longer again because you've got the ram away at the start normally, you know? That means that your fight's probably around about 30 to 35 minutes long, probably even 38 minutes walk-ins, and that's quite a long time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So there's
cool. And you got that, and then you've got like I hope you're going to give me a gap between the 2 fights, bro.
Nah, fuck you, mate. Nah, that's on you. That's on you. So then a couple of other fights we got of note. We got Brooke Baby Shark fighting Beverly Stone Cold Bettis for New Zealand title. That's going to be absolutely sick. So Britt's going for I think her 7th title, and she's going for her 10th win in a row. And Beverly just wants to bash people, so it's going to be fully sick.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, eh? Like Beverly's looking pretty strong. The good thing is that Beverly doesn't have to cut any weight at all because so that's good. And the good thing about that is because she fucking hates cutting weight. So it's one of those things like. If you're not going to cut weight, then you're just going to have to fight these girls that are going to come down a bit. But I think she's up for it, man, like big time, because she's fought way bigger people than her before, and she's pretty aggressive. So
this is going to be like a sick fight. Absolutely,
yeah, I think so.
Another slobber knocker.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fucking banger of a fight, actually. They've both got quite different styles, so could be interesting to see what happens. I guess can't say too much about it because we might have to stop talking.
No, it's going to be a great fight. I mean, you know, good old Southpaw Britt's going to be in there doing her thing. You know, I'm sure Beverly's going to be coming forward and being aggressive, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And another fight that's actually really, really cool is Charlie Baker is going to be fighting a guy called Jade Riri. So Charlie Baker.
Jade Riri, is he one of TY's boys?
No, he's one of Jake Farmer's boys. So he's hyper aggressive. Like him and Charlie are just like going to go.
Yeah. Jay's pretty aggressive, eh? I've seen him fight, bro. Like he's just like constant pressure and like just really strong low kicks too, eh?
Punch, and Charlie hits hard. So that fight's going to be like another slobber knocker.
What weight's that at?
72.5 kilos.
Man. And I see you've got Kate fighting on there as well from Proactive. You got
yes,
yeah. Who's she fighting?
Sinead.
And
that'll be a really good fight as well.
From Zane's gym,
Fortitude. Yeah, Fortitude.
She won just about all her fights by knockout, that girl, eh?
I think she's had 2 wins by points, but otherwise she's like a real strong farm girl. I remember I watched her fight in a corporate boxing fight, and she turned up with no shoes, and she just went one speed, and it was like straight down the middle, like going all the way. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, she was on a real tear, that girl, and then she sort of stopped. She fought one of my girls one stage and like finished our girl.
I remember that. Yeah. I think I was there.
Yeah, she got her in the body and then got her in the head a couple of times. Just wasn't up for it.
She's really
she's had she's had a lot of wins by that. That'll be a cool fight. What weight's that at? 57 or 56?
That I think actually Sinead's come up there for 59.
Oh yeah, mean. That'd be good to see her fighting again and see Zane. That'd be cool.
Oh, it'd be a great fight. The other fight of note, one of the mains will be Marcus Baldwin's fighting Keogh at 62 kilos, 3x3 full Thai rules. That'd be a really good fight. So Keogh's one of Crew Change boys. They've got pretty much a record. It's just going to be full on violence.
How many fights has Marcus had now?
3.
Yeah, so he's doing pretty good, eh? He's an exciting fighter to watch. Be pretty cool.
Yeah,
what do you guys think of some of these other guys that are sort of floating around, sort of starting to cut their teeth a wee bit in the 62s? Like you guys are sort of bordering on that, sort of like next, you're going to be the top real soon, and then there's guys coming through that are sort of, like AJ Foster. I don't know if you know AJ, but
that we know.
He was training with, he's up at Combat Centre now, and he was from down here. He's a good wee fighter, and then there's, like Marcus and a few of those other guys that are starting to be on a bit of a tear as well. Eh? Have you guys sort of been keeping up with them?
We've actually sparred AJ Foster a couple of times. We've gone to Combat Centre and done a few rounds of him, and I'm really impressed by his skill for someone that's so young. He's far out. When he gets to 21, 22, he's going to be.
He's already on 7. He's 18 years old on 17 fights, or was he 17 years old on 18 fights? One of the two.
I think he's 18. Yeah.
He's 17. He turned 17 this year. He started with me when he was like 10, I think. He had won his first title when he was like 11. Then he won some more, and he's won like another 2 or 3 with Vinny as well. So he's going pretty good. Because he had.
I don't say like when he can but it's sort of that. Like now he's at that hard age group, of like that we through where it's like you sort of promoters don't want you to fight adults, or the adults don't want to fight you. So it like looks bad kind of thing. Once adults will be good. I think he'll be really.
Yeah.
He fought in Rotorua at the Rotorua show the other week that we were at, and I think he lost, but he looked good. But I think he just didn't quite click on the night. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah, look, he was moving around pretty quick on his feet, but it sort of wasn't quite making his distance was a little bit off or something, eh?
Yeah.
No, he fucking hits hard though.
Oh mate, he's a tank.
Yeah, he's
crazy.
Unit.
Yeah, he's a unit. He's just naturally strong because he's a natural sportsman. He's real good at rugby and all that kind of stuff as well. And he was like he go quite a long way, but he just wanted to end up fighting, I think. So, so that's good that he's going sweet as. And what else is up for the rest of the week for you boys? Just training.
Just pretty much
training work.
We're going to go to that TMT show, so we'll be there watching the fights.
Yeah.
Mate, there'll be some good fights on there, eh? Like What fights are you guys most excited about for the TMT show?
So like both the formats are going to be good, and Caleb.
Yeah.
How do you reckon that fight will go with Halem and Travis?
Hard to know. Like either style will like.
They haven't really fought like. I don't really think Halem's fought like a Muay Thai fighter like Travis. Then Travis hasn't really fought like a real strong boxer like Halem is that weight class. So I feel like it's going to be like who adapts better kind of thing.
Pretty much who style can get the better.
Very, very cool fight actually.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Okay, question, guys. If you guys could have any fight between 2 New Zealand fighters, and you'd watch it, what fight do you guys want to see?
You
can't say Jacinda versus Dan Hooker.
No. There's actually a fight I've wanted to. There's the fight that comes to my mind just because we're talking about these two fighters that we're just talking about. A fight that I've really wanted to watch for a while is Tony Jaggard versus Halem Tesfaye under K1. I feel like but just because Halem's style is quite damaging and quite forward, and then Tony's always coming forward.
That would be a fantastic fight, quite frankly. That would be legit good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, what about you? What about you, Lucas?
Oh God, I can't even really like.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, there's like I was thinking like my favorite all-time New Zealand fighter was like definitely Alexi.
Yeah,
like he's like retired now, but I'd love to like me versus Alexi would have been like the dream fight. I would have loved to.
Mate, he'll come back. He'll come back.
What's that?
I just said that would be mean, bro. That would have been such a cool fight, man.
Yeah, like him versus any of those like back in the day, like Kane Conlon, Sonny Vanathy, Pino, they were all like so like any of those fights was just like a dream fight for me.
100%.
Yeah, Alexi fought Sonny like 3 times, eh?
Yeah, 3 times. And
what a bloody sicko.
Was phenomenal. It didn't might have even been 4 times. They were really
good. Did Alexi fight on a Jackals show? He fought on a Jackals show for a title. He fought I'm sure it was Alexi. He cut one of the Jackals boys. I forget the guy's name. It's like spinning elbow or something.
Oh, that was Pumapi Naranoa. He fought.
Oh,
Chris
it was. Oh, that was Chris Wells. Yeah, that's what it was.
Chris Wells. Yeah.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Because he was another really good fighter, eh? Chris and
Pumapi, eh? Yeah, they were like Pumapi. No, he was the one who like when I was like 12, 13 years old, he was just smashing me. Like I still don't think I've been hit as hard as he was hitting me. Like he was like beating me up, but it's like it was exactly what like sort of brought me up, you know. So like being around him, and then like I used to like go over Chris Wells is like the Amori Lodge. He has a lodge there. I go over and nice. Yeah. They're both just like such fighters.
Yeah. Is that lodge still going? That lodge is still going. I see someone that's like doing a training camp up there or something.
Yeah. This weekend,
yeah. Well, that's cool because I hadn't sort of heard of that lodge in a while, and then I was like, oh, I didn't know it was still going, but obviously it is. So that's cool. That's sweet.
Yeah. One of the I was sort of like one of the dream fights I just thought of, like one of the is like maybe like Alejandro versus Michael Isaac.
Oh yeah.
That's one that I thought of that or Alejandro and Rob Horrocks. So that would be 2 good fights.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. Those are great. Yeah.
Michael Isaac's he's the other guy that's sort of floating around with you fellas, eh? Like what are your thoughts on having a bang up with him?
Yeah, I was actually saying to this guy it'd be a good fight because I feel like maybe in the near future because I feel like I think Steve said a few times like a lot of people like duck him and don't want to fight him, and I feel like at the moment we're in a position where like no one's really stepping up to fight us at the moment. I don't know, like I feel like we've got a bit quiet, you know. So it's kind of like I feel like if he was keen and I was keen, like around the same time, I feel like if the weight difference wasn't too much of an issue, then I feel like that would be I'd like to have one day, like for sure, like out of respect, you know. I like Michael, he's a cool guy, but I just feel like that would be a good fight to have. Like,
Thank you.
That'd be an awesome fight. Yeah, really mean.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I fought him last year. I'd be like team 2, like just anyone really. It's like New Zealand's too small, you know. It's too small, ducking and diving and that kind of thing.
Well, you don't have a choice. If you want to fight, you got to fight.
Yeah, like really struggling. You know, I haven't fought since King of the Ring. Alex only had 1 fight since King of the Ring, and but we're always training. You know, it's not like we're like saying like no to fights and stuff. It's just we want to fight. You know, that we really want fights. It's what we do.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of why I wanted to get you guys on. Well, I fucking didn't even know you guys were living together. I was so wrapped with both of you instead. I was going to say, I normally surprise these guys and don't tell them, and then fucking you surprise me. I was like, oh, that's even choicer. Yeah, sweet. But no, that's cool, boys. Hey, might rock and roll, but thanks very much for your time, boys. I'm glad that we got you on because I know that it is fucking hard for you guys to find fights and stuff like that, and hopefully that the fights, the promoters and that know that you guys are worth every cent, but you should be.
We'll put out the bat signal for you guys. You know.
Yeah. You know,
hopefully someone comes.
These young guys are sort of.
Hopefully we get a hero.
Yeah. But now you guys are ready to fight and fight pro. Get some of that pro money going on, and
still in Australia.
It'd be sweet as get some sponsors and stuff. So good luck, boys. And if there's anything we can do to help, just sing out. So it's all good. But, thanks for your time, guys.
Appreciate it. Cheers, guys.
See you guys. Boys. See you.